Check out this hot take from LBC shock jock Nick Ferrari.
This is ridiculous. I mean, I'm not here to tell Google, my goodness me, I wish I had half their brain. I wish I had millions of their brains. I'm not telling them how to run their companies, nor am I here to tell Ernst & Young or KPMG or any of these companies, PwC or Microsoft. But this does not work.
So in 16 seconds, he's managed to say, I'm not going to tell these people what to do, but here's what they should do and here's why. Set something of a foundation for the rest of the clip, which shows him making increasingly no sense.
People need to go to their places of work. It's better for you to go to the office. You go in, you get away from your husband, you get away from your wife, you get away from your children. You know why we have offices? So you can actually do some damn work.
I mean, so let's put to one side the issue here of BDE, big divorcee energy. The fact that you would want to get away from your husband or wife. This point about offices being particularly good places to work just isn't true. And I think that the coronavirus has given us a long overdue conversation about actually the merits of remote working and different kinds of working. Now, first of all, offices are not very productive. In fact, if you wanted to design a space which was less productive, it would be hard to top an open plan office. Now, this is not just my opinion, Nick. This is actually found in a bunch of studies. Some studies show that open sort of plan offices, which is the norm in Britain and the United States when it comes to offices, the vast majority of offices are open plan, have hot desking and so on. These are significantly worse than just regular offices or even at home. Now, the argument would be that they're great places to interact, to think, but there's so much noise, there are so many distractions, you can't concentrate. One study by a university in Australia found that between 50 and 60% of employees working in open plan offices said they can't concentrate because there's too much noise. Most importantly, in the context of coronavirus, they're not very safe and healthy places. Study after study shows that when you compare open plan offices to closed plan offices, open plan offices have workers who take off significantly more sick days. Now, put to one side the fact that people have to commute, have to go there. In the context of the coronavirus, you would have to be insane to think that people must go to an office. What do you do in an office? You sit down, you work at a computer. Why is that any different from staying at home? If you're talking about hairdressers or builders, yeah, those people have to go to work, right? It's an offline job. But we have millions of jobs where actually people can do them from home. It makes no difference whatsoever. And this is about a fanaticism of what I call, presenteeism. Being present, just turning up. You don't actually have to do any work. You don't have to be productive. Nick Ferrari, this mindset is the primary reason why Britain has so many problems when it comes to its economy.
Get back to work. What do you think is going to get this country going again? You sitting in your gym jams, not doing anything all day long, and wandering off and getting your nails done and having a cup of coffee with your girlfriends. You think that's going to get the country back on track, do you?
This is a really, really revealing point. First of all, Nick, why do you think you tapping on a keyboard or shouting into a microphone, this is legitimate economic activity, but somebody having their nails done, that isn't? That's also GDP. That's also wages. That's also employment, okay? So again, it shows a really strange understanding of what the economy looks like. In Nick Ferrari land, and I look at Nick Ferrari as kind of like the Gammon, He's kind of like this. This is like the protean quintessence of sort of Tory common sense. Nail bars and cafes, they're not employment. That's not the economy. People tapping on things in the office, that's real work.
For the love of God, we are broke. £300 billion broke. And now companies are saying, don't come back this year.
We're broke. People like Nick Ferrari, journalists like Nick Ferrari, have been saying Britain is broke for 40 years. The entire basis of Thatcherism, neoliberalism, and then on steroids since 2010, austerity, is that we are broke, we have no money, the money's run out. And we'll talk about the deficit in a second. The deficit, he's saying we're broke by 300 billion. Actually, the public debt's significantly more. You're getting those confused. Put that to one side. Nick Ferrari in 2010 would have said, vote Tory, we're broke. Well, the public debt's significantly larger now than it was in 2010. Nick Ferrari will also tell you the Tories did a good job in the meantime. So what is it?
Enough already. The country has to get moving. There are businesses crashing. You go to the City of London, tumbleweed blows through the City of London now.
Good.
And if you don't realise how important the city is, this is the financial city, the city is to this city, and then to the whole of the country, I don't know where to begin.
He says, I don't know where to begin. I think he's saying that because he literally doesn't know where to begin. He literally can't explain why he's internalised this orthodoxy that the City of London is somehow so important. Britain, without the City of London, it's like a human body without arms and legs. We'd be so screwed. 65 million people, sixth largest economy in the world, without a few square miles on the City of London. And it's again revealing, right? Nail salon, not economic activity. City of London, this is economic activity. Some people actually need to get their nails done. They like it. It's enjoyable. It makes them happy. A hell of a lot of functions in the City of London serve no social purpose whatsoever. Now, it's true that the City of London is quite unique, right? If it was its own sovereign state, it would run a surplus of about 7%. Brings in a lot of money, employs a lot of people. That's all true. But study after study tell us that after a certain point, financial hubs are actually a net detriment to their host states. One study in particular says that between 1995 and 2015, the City of London cost the UK £4.5 trillion. That's £170,000 per household. Why is that? Number of reasons. One is, of course, the global financial crisis, but particularly think of the City of London almost like discovering oil. What happens? You get massive inflows of capital. What does that mean? It means prices go up. Anybody that lives in London or New York or Frankfurt or Hong Kong knows that. The prices go up, rents go up, house prices go up, prices for goods and services go up. What does that mean? It means that your exporters have to adopt. They also have higher prices. What does that mean? When they want to export goods and services abroad, they aren't competitive because their prices are artificially high. So the rest of Britain, in many ways, particularly if we want to help our export industries, is actually held back. It's limited by the City of London. Like I say, we're looking at legitimate studies here. £4.5 trillion over 20 years. Now, why does someone who doesn't know what is a business or not, doesn't know what businesses are open, doesn't know about the optimal place for workplace productivity in the 21st century, doesn't really know what the deficit is, doesn't know what the debt is, doesn't know what saying Britain is broke actually means, and doesn't understand the role of the City of London and finance capitalism in the British economy more generally in 2020, why does this person have a megaphone to the public? Well, I think I've just answered my own question.